I love this question, and I hope you will too. One of our viewers wants to know what's considered a standard drink of beer, and how can you measure and monitor consumption when you're drinking beer that has higher alcohol content? Well, America's taste for beer used to be on the lighter side. We used to drink light beer to help whittle our waistlines, but not so much today when more and more of the craft beers and the lagers are becoming higher and higher in their alcohol content. In fact, a new study showed that in 2014, 1 in 4 of the new beers launched had a higher alcohol content, higher than the standard, which is about 5%. The ones that were introduced were 6.5% or higher, and some as high as 29%. So it's an important distinction to make and to know how much alcohol is in your beer and also in your wine. So let's put it in perspective. Here's a beer glass, 12-ounce beer glass, which is considered one drink. If you drink a light beer, it only has 4.2% alcohol. And this is alcohol by volume. A regular, 5%. But some of these new craft beers, 6.5, 10, 15%. You really need to take a closer look so that you can judge accordingly. According to the dietary guidelines, one beer at 5% is considered a drink, or 5 ounces of wine, which is also creeping up sometimes, so you need to look at that bottle as well, or 1.5 ounces of 80 proof spirits, which is 40%. But the bottom line is all of these different portions yield about 0.6 fluid ounces of alcohol. The dietary guidelines suggest that ladies, we can have 1 a day. Guys, you can have 2 a day. It's cardioprotective. If you keep within these limits, it can be good for you, although it's certainly not worth drinking if you don't already drink, because there are other ways to get that cardioprotection. But what's important to understand is if you're drinking a beer that has 10% alcohol by volume, it's like drinking 2 beers. So you really need to look at the labels and understand what's standard, remember 5%, and do the math so that if you're doubled or something like 29% is like having multiple shots and multiple cocktails. So understanding the dietary guidelines definition of a standard drink is key to drinking responsibly. So hopefully with this knowledge, you'll make good decisions and know when you've reached your limits.